Hello, it's Miss Ronnie. I wanted to tell a story in honor of Mother's Day about one of my favorite saints, Sophia of Thrace, mother of orphans. She lived in the 5th or 6th century and she came from a good family. Her mom and dad arranged a marriage for her and she had 6 children with her husband. And Sophia was the kind of lady who she didn't let all of the responsibilities of life get in the way of serving the Lord. And she had a Psalm of David on her lips all the time, and she would pray and go to church. And even in the daily things that she would do, like I was thinking about this as I was baking bread and I'm getting ready to cut it up, that she kept in her heart a spirit of prayer all the time. And Sophia had something terrible happen. Her husband and all of her children died in a plague. And instead of going into despair, Sophia instead embraced taking care of widows and orphans, and she would participate in almsgiving, and she adopted many children and had adopted 100 over the next 20 years. And Sophia would always give the best to those who came along. She would give them wouldn't let anybody poor leave her house without something, while she just had dry bread and water. And Sophia was she had tears in her eyes, and she would just pray the Psalms and always attending church. And Sophia had a miracle in her life where there was a jug of wine that never dried up, but the more she poured out of it, it was just always full. And that went on for some time. And then whenever someone poor came, she could give them wine from that jug. And then one day she told a relative about the miracle, and then the miracle stopped. And so Sophia was very sorrowful, and she became very hard on herself and stepped up from eating just dry bread and water. She even disciplined herself more, and she got sick and developed a cough, and she just really was living in the other realm, it seems. She was serving the Lord and not this earthly kingdom. And so Sophia finally became a nun a year before her repose when she was 53. And her story is so inspiring, and I would just encourage everyone to live in whatever you're doing, whether it's cutting up bread, to live a life of prayer, and be blessed this Mother's Day.